Greetings YouTube, and welcome to my 100 subscriber Q&A special. Now before we begin the questions, I must say, without you, my work over the last few years would not have been possible. Well, okay, technically that's not true. It very much would have been possible, but without you, my motivation over the last few months would not have been possible. That's actually much more accurate. I can't even begin to tell you how much it means to me to have read all your positive comments talking about how much you like my videos from the past. Back in the day, we called them YouTube poops. Now, I don't know what to call them these days, and you don't want to confuse these Zoomers. But, nevertheless, you guys have been enjoying them, and that's why I've been making them. I thank each and every one of you for helping me reach this small milestone, but a milestone nonetheless. Now, after the questions, stick around for a very important channel update. Yes, very important channel update. Make sure you stay after the questions. Now, for the questions. This one is from Beverly Dawn. Do you think Adam is still alive? No. This question is like a joke, and it's like a meme thing about his leg being on the wrong shackle throughout the years and all that, but let's be honest, that would be f***ing stupid. That would be ridiculous. It would ruin things about Amanda's character. It would be the most ridiculous revival type thing throughout the whole series. It doesn't need to happen. I don't care if you're an Adam fan. He's dead. Leywinell killed himself off. He wrote himself off. He wrote off other characters too. He wrote off the friggin' villain of the series. Not happening. He's not coming back. If they bring him back, I'm going to be very, very confused. Not coming back. He's dead. From Sky Annette. Congrats on 100 subscribers. Do you have a favorite apprentice of his? Of course, and it is, as you might have guessed, Brad and Ryan. I'm just kidding. It's Logan. No, of course it's not those. It's clearly either Amanda or Hoffman. The other ones may as well not even exist. They may as well not even be canon. Who cares? So, who is the best? Either Amanda or Hoffman. As much as I like Hoffman's character, and as much as I like Costas Mandylor playing Hoffman, if I'm being honest, I don't think they completely nailed Hoffman's character. I think there are hints of greatness in there, but I don't think he's as well fleshed out as Amanda is. Amanda had a clear motivation from the get-go. We see her in the first Saw movie surviving her trap. And by the time we get her revealed as an apprentice in the second one, we completely understand why. With Hoffman, we reveal him in 4, and we don't even explain why yet. That was a problem. I think the reason Amanda is such a good character is because audiences really connect with her. Amanda is kind of the audience surrogate, in comparison to John, who is such a cold monument of a villain. Amanda wants to be like John. She wants to live up to him. And I think there is a very small part of the audience who understands that. Kind of want John to be justified. They kind of want John to be right, when it's just not the case. Which is why she ultimately dies in Saw 3, because she realizes John is full of crap. If I'm being very blunt about it, she is also very well performed by Shawnee Smith. There was a lot of emotional range throughout the series. So yeah, Amanda all the way. She is basically every bit as good and interesting as John is. From Biospheric, congrats on 100 subs. Very generic question, but what is your favorite scene out of all the movies? It's clearly the lawnmower trap.
Oh, that shit!
No, of course, it's the ending of Saw 1. Listen to me very clearly. Saw 1 is a fantastic thriller movie, of Saw 1 is what elevates it to a modern horror classic. Everyone who watched Saw 1 without spoilers remembers the first time they saw that scene. The first time they saw the dead guy get up off the ground and he turned out to be the killer. It's iconic. It is my favorite ending to a movie, period. It is the best scene in the series, and it is one of the best scenes in modern horror cinema. It is what solidified Saw on the map and forced everyone to pay attention to it. And what does every Saw movie do after that? It plays that music with a twist. That is what every Saw movie has done. It is a staple. It created a staple in the Saw series, and it has never gone away. It is what made Saw popular. To be honest, if your favorite scene in the series is something else, then what the f*** is wrong with you? However, I will give a runner-up. My other favorite ending in the Saw series is the ending of Saw 6. It is just so well edited. The music is fantastic. It is the best version of Hello Zep, in my opinion. And when Hoffman is escaping the reverse bear trap, it is just so tense, and it feels like everything is coming together. And it's a shame that the movie that came after that was complete dog shit. From E! Triple Threat. Although some Saws have aged poorly, what is your biggest takeaway from the franchise? That is a very juicy question, with an answer that has changed over time. If you had asked me that question back when Saw 1 and Saw 2 were coming out, I would tell you this. I think audiences crave something more disturbing, something more harsh in cinema. The first couple Saw movies were part of that wave of post-9/11 films. You see, back in the late 90s, people weren't scared of horror anymore. That is why we got films like Bride of Chucky, or Freddy vs. Jason, or what have you. Horror became a joke. Saw, however, came on board to kind of scare audiences once again, in a different way, in a kind of more grounded way. With that being said, Saw has always had kind of an edge towards a more stylistic, graphic novel type feel. Something you would read in a comic book. Jigsaw himself has always felt a little bit like a comic book villain. That was the aim they were always going for, and because of that, Saw has kind of evolved into something different over time, into something much more heightened than it originally was. And that has been both a good thing and a bad thing. On the bright side, you get things like Saw 6 or Saw X. On the downside, you get things like Saw 3D or Saw 5, or wasted away attempts like Jigsaw and Spiral. In my opinion, Saw X is the perfect balance of both grounded and heightened. But to answer your question more clearly, what is the biggest takeaway from the franchise? I think it is simply this. Audiences love a good villain. I think the success of Saw X proves that more than anything. Audiences love when Jigsaw's victims are worse than him, like, morally speaking. Personally, that's not what I prefer. I prefer when his victims are more sympathetic. I think it makes the viewing experience more interesting, more complicated. But I may be in the minority on that. Nevertheless, what you prefer? I think people just love a good, interesting villain. We have seen that throughout cinema history. And Jigsaw proves no different. I believe there is a dark part in all of us that activates when we see evil being portrayed so well in film, so grounded, and done so well as Tobin Bell does as John Kramer. Finally, one more from Beverly Dawn. Lamau, I was just kidding. You don't have to answer that last one. Okay, serious time. What are your hopes for Saw 11? Is there anything in particular you would like to see explored, further expanded upon? And also, the opposite. Is there anything you would hate to see in 11? That is an excellent question. Yes, I already have a vague outline of all the things I want to see in Saw 11. However, I don't think that they would do it because they obviously can't reach into my genius brain and pull out the ideas. I think it would be interesting to explore the dynamic between John, Amanda, and Hoffman, and to see each of their perspectives on murder, and what it means to them, and how, and when. Personally, I think it would be a great idea to have Hoffman and Amanda form an alliance near the beginning of the film, and near the end of it, have them begin to butt heads over what they think murder is, which sets up perfectly into the flashback we see in Saw 6, and then into Saw 3. I also think it would be a great idea to use the Cecilia character as a sort of mirror for John and Amanda. You see, John is a fake healer, and Amanda wants to live up to him. Cecilia herself is also a fake healer, but Cecilia wishes she can live up to her father, who is a real healer. There is something interesting to be explored there, and I hope they do it. But mainly, I believe the dynamic between John, Amanda, and Hoffman is the real meat that should be explored in Saw 11. As for anything I would hate, well, please, for the love of all that is good and f***ing holy, do not include Dr. Gordon and Logan. Please don't do it. Decanonize Saw 3D. Decanonize Jigsaw. Please do not include Dr. Gordon and Logan. I never want to see their faces again. If you do that, I will throw up in my seat. I will walk out of the theater. I will throw a fit. Please just don't. And that concludes the Q&A. Thank you so much for those who submitted questions. I didn't expect to get a lot, but you've got to start somewhere. And now for the very important channel update I mentioned earlier. Well, here's the thing. I'm quitting YouTube. Yup. Thanks for the subscriptions. I just wanted to reach 100 and now I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna make any more. Frankly, I just wanted clout. I feel good about myself now that I reached 100, and so I'm out. That's it. No more content. Suckers. Alright. How do I get down from here? Let's see here. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Okay, just gotta. Okay, this is always the hardest part. Okay. It feels so good to rest after a hard day's work. Oops, almost forgot my teddy bear. Oh, f***. Well, I guess I really should have saw this coming. Tobinbellpwns. What do you think you're doing? Wait. Why are you dressed as me? I'm not dressed as you. You're literally dressed like me. You look like a mini me. No I don't. This is just the way I dress. So it has nothing to do with me. No. That's just how you dress all the time. Yes. Do you really think you can just come back to YouTube after 13 years and then go away again? You owe it to the Saw fans, you owe it to your fans to continue to make videos. My brother in Christ, I just wanted to go to sleep. Do you have any idea how long it takes to make a 3-minute video? It takes like 7 hours. I'm not a professional or anything. This video took like a week. I understand, believe me. It takes hard work and dedication to do something worthwhile with your life. And you owe it to your loyal fans who have stuck by you over the years to continue to make content. You think it's the subscriber count that will have the ultimate judgment over you, because your fans will have no claim over your soul. But you may be mistaken. You think it is over just because you've reached 100 subscribers. It's not over. The videos have just begun. I suppose you do have a point. It is fun making the most ridiculous, stupidest videos known to man and have people actually enjoy them. Okay, fine. I won't leave YouTube. But I have one question. What is your question? What is this timer counting down to? Oh, I put a bomb in your room. There's a bomb.